Hey, Gerald, anything in particular you want to learn about this evening as far as a beginning trader? Have you traded at all, Gerald?
David, I am trading
Uh-huh.
currently right now. I'm not involved in that one of y'all system because I'm currently in a system right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to wait till I get out of that system before I join you guys' system.
Okay. What are
That's
you
why that's why that David, that's why I've been coming to your classes because you have taught me a lot more in your class free than I have when I'm paying for something that I'm not getting taught anything.
okay.
So I really enjoy your teaching. I just wish I had your system already. I just don't want to. I'm already paying for a system. You know what I'm saying? I already committed to pay for a system, and I'm almost done paying for it. I just
Yeah.
gotta give me one more month, and I'm done paying for it. Then I can get involved with your system, your guys'
Okay.
system.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Now, now the system what I'm currently on. I'm currently trading, David. I'm currently trading crypto. I'm in the crypto sector and
Okay.
I'm also trading stocks. Now, what I would like to learn about is the dollar pairs. That's what I'm very interested in. That's what I was talking to one of the other traders on here about that I connected with and everything. And they're talking to me about the dollar pairs, and that's what I'm getting ready. I'm very interested in the trading. I just don't understand how it works and the ins and outs and all that stuff about it. But that's the
Okay.
next system I'm gonna try to get to once I get out of this other thing that currently in right now. I just got to
Okay.
get out of it right now.
Okay. 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 So let me ask you,
Mm-hmm.
since this is our beginners class.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I don't want to put any systems down that are out there. All right. There are different systems
Right.
that are out there. So let's talk about I want to talk about how do we know if as a new trader we've got the right system. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that will help. That will help in analyzing different systems out there or different ways of trading. Okay, because
Okay.
there's a ton of information out there. All right,
Mm-hmm.
lots of resources out there. All right.
Okay.
So when we evaluate, hold on, let me share my screen. Hold on. Um, One second. So when you look for and you don't want to jump from one
Right.
process to another, okay? So you want to make sure that when you find a process, it works,
Right.
okay? And then we want to stick with it and just build upon that. All right. So I'm glad you mentioned that, Gerald. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really want to know the type of system. What I'm gonna
David, you listen, David. What you showed me when I first joined you guys, and you showed me this thing right here, and the first one that you showed me, every beginner's class that you always show us. You taught me more in your one class that I've learned over almost a year time in this other system because you taught me the basics. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? They try to teach they're trying to teach me as if I know this stuff already. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't know to go read this book that you told me to go read, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? They didn't tell me that. They assumed that I was a already established trader. And I
Yes.
kept telling them, like I'm telling you, like I'm talking to you, hey,
Hmm.
I'm a new trader. I'm a
Yeah.
new trader to the game. I don't know any of this. Could you explain it to me? Could you break it down to me? Like you broke it down to me, accumulation phase, the
Hmm.
reaccumulate. You broke those phases down to me. So it made me understand it more. That's why I kept saying, well, I'm just gonna keep coming today because he's explaining it to me a lot more. Even though I come to the advanced classes, but I can see it in the advanced classes, I see it because you actually put examples up on the screen for me to look at. And I'm like, okay, now I can follow that. Okay, now he's showing me a good one, a good markdown phase, a good
Yep.
accumulation phase, a redistribution phase. You showing me a good one, and you're showing me a bad one. You showing me
Hmm.
how it should look, how it's supposed to look. and how it should not look. You know, so like I say, I'm like you saying, I'm not gonna the current one I got now. It's not helping. It's not doing anything for me, but making me more confused. I can tell you that much. It
Yeah.
made me more confused. It made me more scared, more nervous. Yeah,
Yep.
and David, I've lost so much money. David, I lost so much money because I didn't know what I'm doing. I'm guessing. I was in a guessing game. I'm like, am I supposed? Because I don't have the graphs like you have those nice, pretty graphs that shows you when to get in and when to get out and everything. It shows the different phases and the different candles and all that stuff. I didn't learn about any of that, David. Promise you, until I started taking your class. Now
Well,
I know 100,000 times more than what I've known in the last year. I've learned with you in the last couple of months that I've been with you.
and you know what? You're not alone, right?
Yep.
You're not alone. I mean, I hear it every day, all day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it is trading can be complicated, right?
Yes.
Because there's a lot going on. But the goal is to keep it simple. And the cool thing is you're understanding that there is a way to keep it simple. All right. There's a way
Mm-hmm.
to keep it simple. So
And
and go ahead, go ahead.
I said, and as when I first started out, I didn't know how to keep it simple. I thought I had to sit in front of my computer every day,
All day
all
long. Yep.
day, every hour on the hour. But until I got to your class, you told me, hey, you can trade in 30 minutes. You can do it 240. You can do it. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what time you want to start trading. That's the time you need to keep trading that. You know, I
Yeah.
learned that from you. I didn't learn it from them. And I paid them $1,500. You know what I'm saying? Out of
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
own money to teach me this, but they didn't teach me that. They taught me, hey, this is a good stock to buy right here. It's doing this, you know. And I'm like, okay, it's not telling me nothing. You're not really telling me, not teaching me nothing. You know, at least you give me the opportunity saying, hey, under your system, from what I've seen under the heat seeker, under the monster trading system, what I've seen, the things that you have shown, the classes that I have taken, it has actually shown that hey, if you're watching, if you're paying attention, if you're watching these dollar pairs, or if you're watching this crypto lane, or if you're watching this stock sector or whatever sector, depends on which trading system that you have, because I see you have a lot.
Hmm.
I went through your website. You have a lot of system. Depends on which one I want to get into. There's a couple of them I'm really thinking about, really want to get into that you have and everything. I just got to make sure I do it right, so I can make sure
Yeah.
I have enough money to pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Absolutely.
trying to recoup my losses that I lost.
Yeah.
David, I lost so much money, David. It's ridiculous, man. I mean, not that much, but I lost a good significant amount. You know, like you said, like you always say, it's different when you're betting your own money and you have to sit there and watch your own money
Yeah.
disappear or reappear or disappear, or like you said, you get into a trade and all of a sudden it's not doing what you thought it was going to do, and it started twirling. You know what I'm saying? It didn't hit the redistribution phase, and it kept going down, 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 down. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's going to go hit the distribution phase and start going back up and reaccumulate and start going back up, but actually it doesn't. You know, and I'm just steady losing money, saying, okay, when is the good time to get out? They're not telling me when is the good time to get out. I don't know when to get out. You know what I'm saying? I just know that to get out when I lost certain amount of my money.
Yep.
They saying their system is 50%. That's what their system is. It's
Okay.
50% of your losses. I don't think that's a good system, because 50% of my losses, David, I put $1,000 in, I lost $500. You know what I'm saying? It's just gone.
Yeah.
I can't get it back. You know,
Well,
but
hey, Kawisi, welcome. So, Gerald, I
yes,
have to
sir.
say this, right? I see you're here, and you've been consistently
Yes, sir.
coming to these training classes. We have two Geralds that
Yes.
are here, right? And you've been picking this information up, and just from hearing from you, right? Hearing the conversation. Hey, you're frustrated. You're supposed to be
Very much
frustrated,
so.
right?
Yes.
I was just like you years ago trying to figure this thing out, right? And
Mm-hmm.
because I was frustrated, because I lost a lot of money, is why we are here having this conversation. Okay. And because you had a different process and you realized that it wasn't working, okay, is why
Yes.
you're here. So take all of that information, right?
Mm-hmm.
The good, the bad, the ugly,
Yes, sir.
and what we're gonna do is improve, right?
Right.
Improve. So don't it's negative in negative information. It's okay, right? That's how we grow, right? It's not always we have to kind of build. It's a building block. Okay, so some of that information that you've gotten already from
Right.
that process, that's good. There's going to be something from them that you've learned. All right, so we're going to take that information, take this information, and then build upon that, right?
Okay.
Take the bad stuff, kind of throw it away. What didn't work, throw it away. The good stuff, right? We're going to use that, and then we're going to build upon that. Okay.
Gotcha. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
so don't look at it as a negative experience, okay? It's all good experience based on how we utilize that information.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Sound
All
like a
right.
plan to me.
Yeah. So that's what I've done. I've tested many systems. I've lost money on a lot of different systems when I got started. But because I looked at different systems, different ways, right? Read
Yes.
different books, right? Built different algorithms, right? Different systems is
Mm-hmm.
is why we're able to have a pretty good conversation today. All
Okay.
right.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So use all that information as you go forward in your trading career. I
Yes,
I
sir.
want to say something though. This is how we know that we have a good process. And I want to talk about that this evening. All right. Talk about a process. This is how we know that we have a really good process when it comes to trading. All right. So we know we have a good system, a good whether it's a mechanical system like we use here, right? A trading system, or whether it's just a manual process that we do. All right. Okay. The way we know that we've got a really good process is not by the performance, right? So you mentioned 50% or 50% loss or 50%. It's not by that. The way we know we've got a good system is by how the system or the process trades. All
Okay.
right. And a winning process or a winning system does two things. Okay. The first thing it's going to do is to cut your losses quickly. So write that down.
I cut the losses quick.
Cut your losses quickly. All right. That's the first rule of a good system. All right. The percentages, right? The returns will take care of themselves. All right. So the first rule, cut your losses quickly. So you need a built-in process, right? That's going
Okay.
to cut your losses quickly. So when we're wrong, right? When the trade is wrong, it's going against us, we want to get out quickly. First rule. Second rule, we need to stay in the trade as long as possible. So first rule, get out quickly. That's our defense. Second rule, right? When we catch a trend, we're gonna stay in that trend as long as possible to maximize the trade.
Okay.
All right. So first rule, cut our losses quickly. Second rule, we want to stay in the trade as long as possible. And the reason we want to do that is because most traders, right, especially new traders, we do the opposite. We stay in our losing trades very long, and we get out of our winning trades quickly.
David, that is so true from experience. I can tell you that is so true.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed in there too long.
Yep.
already.
Yep. And why do you think that is?
Because I'm thinking that the trade is going to turn around.
Yep.
But see, my thing is that I don't have the mechanism that you guys have that tells me to get out the trade or tells me or give me the, you know what I'm saying? I don't have the candles or the
That's
mechanism
fine.
showing the candles. I don't have that. I don't
That's
see that
fine. That's fine. That's
under
fine.
my system.
That's fine. Yeah. And the reason I say that's fine is because you don't now that's great if you have tools to support that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But as a trader, right, we have to understand that concept. Okay. So let me explain. So in your heart of hearts, right, we need to know that the way we make money in trading, okay, is by cutting our losses quickly, staying in our winning trades as long as possible. So I can provide you with just a simple chart, and everyone else, right? Anyone else, right? We can provide a simple chart. If we understand that principle, that concept, then you don't need any fancy machines, right? You don't need any fancy charts, fancy candles, and all of that. Will it help? Absolutely. But the mindset, understanding why we need to cut losses quickly and stay in our winning trades is what will make us a really good trader. Everything else is just going to support that mindset and understanding. Okay, so let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about it. When we trade, right, we have no idea, right, the direction of that trade. All right, so understand this, and we want to get this as traders, as new traders especially, right? We assume experienced traders, right, have this, they know this. Sometimes they don't. Okay, but understand this. What we're doing, let me bring up another chart here. And this will help. And this will help when we look for a trading process or a trading system. All right. And every trading process or system should have this. It should have this. If it doesn't have this, then alarms should go off.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
New trader don't know that though.
They don't.
David, new traders don't know that.
And you know, it's like anything else, right? You know, we have to learn, you know, in you know, our jobs, careers, whatever, we've got to learn it, right? It doesn't just come natural, right? You have to learn it, right? Okay, so understand when we're trading, it's a flip of a coin. I tell traders, hey, it's a 50-50 chance.
Yes,
okay, that it's either going to go up or going to go down. Okay, it's a 50. We don't know. And what we're doing when we're trading is we're constantly testing. So we're testing resistance, all right? And we also testing support. We have no idea when we'll get a breakout. So trading really is a game of probability. It's random in nature, but it's not. Okay? It's random that we don't know where price, when or where it will break out. Okay? But it's not random because we can analyze and measure price based on support and resistance, accumulations, trends, and so forth. Okay? We have to get it right in here in our mind that we don't know. Right? We have to understand that we don't know. We have no clue. Now we might suspect where price might go, but the bottom line is we don't know. So what we do as traders is we think we know. So let's say, for instance, here, let's do this. Let's say, for instance, the price broke resistance here and we bought here. All right. And then the price came back down, broke support right here. So we should have gotten out here, bought here, gotten out here, taken a small loss right here, right? We don't do that because we assume that we know. We know that the price will continue to go back up. But guess what? The price goes lower and lower and lower and lower, and we do not get out. So we do not cut our losses quickly. And we don't do that because we think that we are right and that we know what the price is going to do.
Right. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the first thing we've got to do is take away the fact that we just don't know. We just don't know, right? And it's hard to do that because why is it hard to do that? To take away the fact that we just don't know.
Because we think we know everything that's going. We try to know everything that's going on. We think we try to anticipate. Is that the right word to use? Anticipate.
Yeah. In everything we do, right? As human beings, right? In everything we do, we have to know that it's right.
Yes.
And in trading, we don't know.
No.
Right? We just don't know. And the more we think that we're right and we have to be right, the worse it is to trade. Okay. So now we can have a trading process or a trading system to help us manage that, right?
Okay.
But our trading still comes from us. So if we don't believe that, the fact that we just don't know, it doesn't matter what type of system we have, right? We could have we could have a system that's batting 100. Not 100. Let's say 95%.
Okay.
All right. We can have a great system out there, right? The holy grail of systems. Okay. And it's batting 95% of the time. It's just perfect trades. Guess what? If we don't understand this concept, guess what? We'll mess it up. Right? So we'll take that system that's 95, that's batting 95%, and guess what? All of a sudden it's batting 20%. Because of our mindset, and we don't understand this process. And we really do not believe that trading, right? Trading, that we can't control this. So the first thing as new traders we have to do is we've got to take ourselves, right, all our beliefs, right, out of the trading. And it's hard. It's hard to do that because we want to control everything, right? And especially as, you know, and I hate to say this, but as guys, you know, and I am, you know, I'm the same way, right? We want to control things, right? We have a lot of ego. Sometimes women make much better traders because they don't have all this ego, right, tied up in their decisions, right? They can just kind of flow with things. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first rule is letting go. Letting go. We don't know. Okay. We don't know. So once we have decided to let go of the fact that we just don't know, then we are now flexible to trade. Yeah. So if the price goes against us and it hits our rule where we should exit the trade, guess what? We have no attachment, right? We have no attachment
Mm-hmm.
right? We have no attachment. We have no concern, right? All we do is pull the trigger and get out. If it's going in our favor and we catch a trend, we'll not get out early. We'll stay in the trend because guess what? We have no expectation. We don't know where it's going to end. We just stay with the trade.
Mm.
All right. And the way we make money is by cutting this loss, small loss, big wins.
Mm.
Let me repeat, small
Small
losses,
losses.
big wins.
Mm.
All right. So when we analyze processes, when we analyze systems, when we also analyze individuals, when we read books and get information, right? If that information is not consistent with cutting losses and letting winning trades run, guess what?
Hmm.
It's not accurate information. Now, let me say this. It's not accurate information as far as the trading process. Now, there's other things, right? We can learn. There's a lot of other stuff we can learn there. Stuff we can learn on, trading indicators and all of that, right? But when it comes to taking the trade, your entry and your exit, it has to involve cutting your losses and then letting your winning trades run. That's how we make money.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So what you have to do, Gerald, you have to, that process that you're working with, that process that you're working with, okay, you need to identify, okay, and I hope every trader would do this. Find a way to identify, is that process I'm working with, is that system I'm working with, is it set up in such a way where I am able to cut my losses, hopefully quickly, okay? And does it enable me to let my winning trades run? Because I need the winning trades. I need the big
Right.
profitable trades to pay for my losses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know I will have losses because we just don't know, right? We just don't
Right.
know. We're constantly testing. Okay. So that's how you know. That's how you know if you've got a good system or a bad system.
Whew.
That makes sense?
That makes a lot of sense, David.
Yeah. So you have to do some homework. You have to get in deep within your system. Okay. Once you understand how trading works and how making money works if it's think of it like this, right? If we've got something, right, and it's losing money and we keep digging and digging and digging and digging, right? And we keep digging a hole, we get deeper, right? So, it keeps going lower and lower and lower. It's going to take us a long time to get back up, right? Because we keep
Yes.
digging. We've got to get out. The sooner we get out, the better, right? The
Right.
quicker we get out, the better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So understanding that process, right? That we have to get out quickly when we're wrong, because it might not come back. All right. And then when we're right, and we'll know that we're right because guess what? The price action will tell us that we're right,
Right.
right? And we
Mm-hmm.
want to stay in that trade as long as possible. So when we evaluate systems, evaluate processes, evaluate information that we're getting in, right? We're taking in, right? It always has to be around the fact that we need to cut our losses quickly and then stay in our winning trades. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, David, let me let you know. Before we had this conversation tonight, I had already cut my losses with this system I'm working with. Okay, just to let you know that. I mean, thank you for the info about doing my homework and digging deep, but I see something that looks a lot promising and a lot much better than the one I'm currently working with. So
Yeah.
if I see something, since I've been coming to your class, I see something that's working, and from what I hear from the people that's come on and talk, and that you ask questions, and that you ask, and that they pose questions to you about certain deals or certain stocks, or whatever the trade that is that they're getting into. And I hear what you have to say compared to what I was listening to. You know what I'm saying? I didn't already made my mind up. I'm just letting you know that up front. I'm coming to your system. I'm just get buying my time right now because I paid into this system for a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? My time frame is up next month, and I will be getting a new system. I just letting you know I'm coming to you guys. I
Okay.
am going to be coming.
Okay. So bingo. Bingo. Check this out, right? Bingo. You cutting your losses.
Yes, I'm cutting.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. You're cutting your losses. And guess what? Guess what? It doesn't end there. So let's say you cut your losses with this system, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say you end up using one of our systems,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're gonna have to do the same thing.
But I'm
No,
tracking with you,
no,
David. But I'm a little bit more smarter.
no, no. Hear me out for a
Okay.
second. Hear me out for
Okay.
a second. Hear me out for a second. You're gonna be in a stock, or you're gonna be in a forex pair, all right? Or you're gonna be in a currency pair, a cryptocurrency pair. And guess what? You're gonna have to do what?
I'm gonna have to cut my losses quickly, and I'm
You're
gonna have
gonna
to
have
stay in
to
this
cut. You're gonna have to
trades.
cut. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to stay in that trade as long as possible.
Uh-huh. So the lessons that you're learning, you remember I said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything we learn, we build upon.
Okay.
So you've made an investment, right?
Yes.
You made a pretty substantial investment. And guess what? The reality is you have to cut your losses, right?
Yes.
That you're going to be in trades,
Mm-hmm.
right? You'll be in trades where, hey, broke resistance, moving up to that markup phase, everything looks great. Next day turns around, right? You have to get out. It might be a loss. You're going to
Mm-hmm.
have to cut your losses. This experience here is going to give you the confidence you need next time to cut your loss.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to cut it quickly.
Okay.
So it's not just in trading, right? It's in
Mm-hmm.
life. And a lot of times we don't want to cut our losses. We want to hold on and hold on and hold on, right?
Yeah.
Hoping that things will turn around. And could it turn around? Yes, it might. Things might turn around, but it might not. And as traders, we don't make money on might, right? We do react to what's in front of us, the price action.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's why I say that experience you're having now, that's really good experience, right? It's a very difficult experience. Some of our traders who have done really, really well, who grasp this information, have had major losses. It's funny how things work. We remember those we don't
Oh, yes,
remember
sir.
those wins too much, right? But we
Nope.
do remember those losses,
Yes, sir.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I rather see I rather get these losses, get them out of the way quickly, and get some really good information, build your foundation, rather than a trader who keeps getting lucky, right? Thinking that, hey, they know how to trade. And then, because the market is doing well, they're doing well. And then when the market turns around, right, they get slammed, give all these profits back to the market. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this knowledge here, this information, right, is all good information to build upon. So thanks for
Yes.
sharing, Gerald. I
Oh, yeah,
appreciate that.
no worries, man.
Yeah.
I'm learning. I'm here to learn. I'm like a sponge. I'm trying to absorb it all, or as much of it as I can, to move forward.
Well, yeah. So just remember, right? Just remember, guys. Okay. A good process, a good system. Forget everything else, right? We can build around this, and that's the fact that we need to cut our losses quickly. When we're wrong, right? Get out quickly, cut our losses quickly, and then stay in our winning trades as long as possible.
Hmm.
Okay, and we'll know where to cut our losses on support and resistance. Remember, we always want to buy on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. Buy on a break of resistance right here, sell on a break of support. All right, and this is where we can cut our losses quickly. Right,
Hmm.
right here is where we cut our losses quickly. All right. So I want to thank you guys for coming. Thanks, Gerald. Thanks for sharing, man. I
Okay, no,
appreciate
thank
that.
you. Yes, sir.
Thanks for sharing. And
Hmm.
keep working things out. Look deep within that system. Just don't throw it out. But look within that system and find out, hey, is it designed to cut losses quickly, stay in the winning trades? If so, keep it. If not, get rid of it. All right. Stop digging.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. All right. All right. Keep coming. Keep coming. All
Hmm.
right, guys. Take care.
All
Have
right.
a good evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Take
All
care,
right.
guys.
Thank you, David. All right.
You're
Have a good
welcome.
one.
Take care, guys. Bye bye.